Let's open the book on this. Today in Hong Kong, experts are raising flags over a revised heat stress warning system at work that they say could still leave outdoor crews vulnerable when the heat cranks up.
All right, let's kick things off.
Leah here. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett reporting from Hong Kong.
And I'm Garrett. Let's dive right in.
First up, experts warn that Hong Kong's newly revised heat stress at work warning system may not adequately protect outdoor workers, especially during peak summer heat in August. Here's what that means in plain terms. The heat stress at work warning system is the city's alert tool to tell employers and workers when it's dangerously hot. Think of it like a signal system for temperature and humidity. After earlier criticism, the government updated it, but experts say the big gap remains. Even when a higher alert kicks in, the breaks it suggests are not legally protected. In other words, the system can recommend rest, but it cannot force a pause the way a typhoon signal can pause certain work. Lawmaker Lam Chun Sing, who is a local legislator, has floated an idea to treat extreme heat a bit more like typhoons. On serious heat days, extend rest or even have rest days so workers are not pushed to choose between health and a paycheck. Another twist. Earlier this month, despite scorching temperatures, the highest tier alert did not trigger, which surprised a lot of folks and raises a basic question. Are the thresholds set so high that the warning rarely fires when the ground truth feels brutal? Heat stress, by the way, is when your body overheats and can't cool down properly. It's not just uncomfortable, it can lead to dehydration, heat exhaustion, and in severe cases, heat stroke. For outdoor teams like construction crews, delivery riders, and cleaners, that risk adds up hour by hour.
Yeah, that hits different when you picture someone on scaffolding at noon. I'm all for something more enforceable. If the alert says it's dangerous, then rest should be a right, not a favor. We already understand typhoon signals here. When signal 8 goes up, lots of outdoor work stops. A similar rule of the road for extreme heat feels logical. Otherwise, what's the point of a warning that can be ignored? I get that operations matter, but bodies matter more. Honestly, I'd love to see automatic rest windows baked in, and clear guidance that every employer must follow. No guesswork, no pressure on workers to tough it out. Next up, a viral brawl in a Kwun Tong shopping center's children's play area has sparked warnings about doxing. A Hong Kong lawyer says doxing is a criminal offense, and people should not share personal details online without consent. Here's the rundown. The incident involved 3 women, one of whom is an employee of AIA, a large insurance company. Police charged the trio with fighting in a public place, and the employee's elderly mother was also charged with common assault, which basically means using unlawful force without causing serious injury. After the brawl went viral, internet users began sharing the employee's personal information. That's doxing, posting someone's private data online without their permission. Lawyer Vincent Chong Yip Fung, who is a practicing attorney here, warned that doxing can be a crime in Hong Kong and may lead to prosecution. AIA has suspended the employee. This highlights the risk of an online pile-on. Once personal data is out, it's hard to control who uses it and how. Even if you think you're just sharing what's already public, republishing it in a targeted way to shame or harass can still cross a legal line.
That's heavy, real talk. This is where privacy and public curiosity collide. I totally get people being shocked by a brawl in a kid's area, but posting addresses or phone numbers can spiral into threats, jobs lost, and fear at home. Why do we leap to the internet punishment step? Maybe we think it helps accountability, but it often just fuels chaos. If you weren't there and you're not law enforcement, stepping back is safer and kinder and legally smarter. Next up, in court, the Defense for the Hong Kong Alliance, the group known for organizing annual Tiananmen vigils, argued that the call to end one-party rule was symbolic, not a concrete plan to overthrow the government. Quick context. The Hong Kong Alliance organized yearly candlelight vigils to remember the 1989 Tiananmen crackdown in Beijing. In this case, the group faces accusations of inciting hatred toward the Communist Party. The defense says their slogan was an empty slogan, meaning a statement of belief rather than a blueprint for action. that it expressed democratic values, not a plan to topple the state. There have been previous convictions connected to the group, so the backdrop is complicated, but the core legal question here is about speech and intent. Where is the line between a political viewpoint, which is expression, and an actionable incitement, which is a call to act? The court is weighing that distinction. It's a fine line, and it sets a tone for how symbolic political speech is treated going forward.
That's something to chew on, huh? Symbolic speech matters to people. It's how communities say what they care about. But courts also look at impact and intent. Did it urge an actual plan or not? I'm not here to litigate it, but I do think clarifying the boundary helps everyone. If it's clearly symbolic, it should be treated as such. If it crosses into organizing harm, that's different. Nuance matters. Next up, U.S. green card interviews have been put on hold globally, while China has criticized fresh U.S. sanctions over Iran, a double headline that points to rising geopolitical tension. Let's unpack it. A green card is U.S. permanent residency, and pausing those interviews around the world hits legal immigrants, students, and workers who are planning moves or renewals. The South China Morning Post flagged this as part of a bigger pattern of tighter immigration steps. On the diplomatic side, China criticized new U.S. sanctions linked to Iran. Sanctions are economic or financial penalties used to pressure a government to change behavior. When we say geopolitical tension, we mean countries disagreeing in ways that affect politics, trade, and travel. Big picture for folks here. If you've got U.S. plans, expect delays, rescheduling, and changing timelines. And for regional business, these disputes can ripple into everything from visas to supply chains.
My heart goes out to anyone mid-process, moves, schools, jobs. That's life planning. Why now? We don't have that answer from officials, but the impact is concrete. If you're affected, double-check official notices and brace for longer waits. On the sanctions side, we've seen how these diplomatic standoffs can stretch. So short story, more uncertainty for travelers, families, and employers. Last up, Hong Kong's Mid-Autumn Festival is leveling up. An expanded International Lantern Spectacular will light up Victoria Park from September 17 to 27, bringing more than 3,000 lanterns from 20 countries. This is a culture and community win. The Hong Kong Tourism Board, our statutory body for promoting tourism, is curating the show. Highlights include Shadowlight, an 8-meter-tall lantern inspired by our banyan trees, and lotus fish, with giant lotus leaves and colorful carp. The Mid-Autumn Festival, for anyone new here, is a traditional holiday across East Asia focused on reunion, moon-gazing, and lanterns. Expect this spectacle to pair nicely with the Fire Dragon Dance in Tai Hang and other neighborhood events. The goal is simple: boost tourism, bring people together, and showcase global artistry right in Causeway Bay.
I'm down for that. Cultural exchange plus an evening walk under lanterns. That's pretty cool, right? Also, more than 3,000 lanterns means every corner is a photo spot. I could get behind that idea for a mellow night out that also helps the city's economy. Win-win.
And that's where we'll leave it for now. Thanks for being with us in Hong Kong today.
So there we have it. Join us again tomorrow. Stay cool, stay kind, and stay curious.